Inktober, Mermay, Drawcember, and I think I'm forgetting one, Huevember. These are all different types of monthly drawing challenges that you can do throughout the year. I am currently doing one right now even. It's December, so I am doing Drawcember, and I'm doing it with a girls redrawing girls theme. So I'm only drawing girls, and I'm doing it from like my favorite media or books or whatever that I've consumed in 2020. But I'm not gonna lie to you, keeping up with a daily drawing challenge is really hard. And I don't mean to scare you, I want to encourage you. If you ever want to do one of these challenges, or maybe you've tried it and you didn't quite make it in the past, I'm gonna give you my 5 tips for successfully managing a monthly art challenge. I have my Christmas tree going on in the background because it is that time of the year. So let's talk about strategies to keep on top of monthly art challenges. As of this recording, it is the 16th of December, and I have done 15 days of Drawcember so far, with the 16th happening today, and I haven't missed a day. If you're participating in any of these, congratulations, and I honestly wish you all the best. Like, I hope you make it. But if maybe you're watching this because you're interested in Inktober or Mermay or whatever, then keep watching, and I will give you these 5 big pieces of advice. I'm saving the best piece of advice for last, so make sure you listen to all of them. But first of all, I want to ask you, why would you want to do a drawing challenge? Well, there are a couple of reasons. One, it can really help fill up your sketchbook if you're like me and you struggle to actually fill a sketchbook. You manage to like get your hands on a whole bunch of them because they're cool and you like the idea of sketching, but actually sketching in them is hard. This forces you to fill up your sketchbook. It also forces you to study. You're going to be drawing things that you might not normally draw, but you're definitely going to be drawing things more frequently than you normally would. You're going to be practicing things outside of your comfort zone. And if you can handle the stress of doing the challenge, basically it's going to help you and it's going to help your art. So, how to survive the challenge. Tip number 1, carry your sketchbook with you everywhere. Or if you're like me and sketchbooks are kind of a thing, iPad. I don't ever hesitate at all to sketch in my iPad. It's what comes naturally to me because I'm a digital artist. For me personally, sketching in my iPad is a lot more natural than sketching in a sketchbook. I carry my iPad with me everywhere. You can draw on the go or when you find yourself with a little extra time. So that means if you're on the train, on the bus, in the car, if you're sitting down and watching your favorite program in the evening, that's when you can draw. Tip number 2 is to embrace simplicity. Do something fairly quick and easy. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for someone else. So what I mean by that is don't try to impress other people by being all fancy. Like, just stick to the schedule of doing something daily. And in order to do that, keep it simple. 3rd tip, have a theme. If you have a theme, then you're not gonna have to like learn new things every day. That means you're not gonna have to stress about anatomy, building, and plant life all in one month. So for example, my theme is I'm only drawing girls this month. Backgrounds be damned. So an example is like for Drawcember, you could do like a flower for every day of the month. So 30 days, half of November, April, June, November, 30. Well, how does that go again? How many days in December? 31. So you could do a different flower every day of the month. And it doesn't have to be a very complicated painting of a flower. It could be like a little doodle. So 4th tip, keeping up is the hardest part. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. That's the hardest part. So if you plan on doing a monthly drawing challenge, make sure you set yourself up for success. I've already told you to embrace simplicity, use a theme, and carry your workbook with you everywhere. The 4th tip is to plan ahead. Have references already set up before the month begins. That's right, I want you to have a whole month of references ready to go. I mean, you can get this ready as early as like a month in advance if you want to. And the final piece of advice that I have for you is kind of like piggybacking on my last piece of advice. If you really, really want to set yourself up for success, and maybe you don't feel comfortable doing something super simple, you want to do something a bit more complicated, but you know that you won't have the time to do it every day, do them ahead of time. That means you can do thumbnails ahead of time for the whole month. You can sketch everything ahead of time for the whole month. You can even plan your colors if you want to. You could do like half a month of content completely finished before the month even begins. There is no rule saying you actually have to do those drawings on that day. You just have to submit it on that day. It's like a deadline, and that's the deadline. So whether you choose to thumbnail things in advance, sketch things in advance, choose your color theme in advance, deep down it's all about planning. if you plan ahead and if you don't make it too difficult and basically pave the way so that it's easiest as it could possibly be. And this will help set you up for success to do a monthly drawing challenge. As for me, I am halfway through and I really ought to get today's drawing done, so I'm going to skedaddle. But if you have ever done a monthly drawing challenge and you have any other bits of advice, please leave a comment down below so I can check it out and maybe apply it to my next monthly drawing challenge. And if you want to do a drawing challenge but you're not quite sure you're up to the task, check out my previous videos because I talk about little things like drawing hands and drawing eyes and all different things that can help you find success in your art. See you next week, guys.